you talk about NMT, you talk about machine learning, or you talk about, I like you mentioned various things which are coming up. So this session is going to basically discuss the role of the machine technology in the language technology domain. The impressions of the numbers are very high when you talk about the overall AI market, it's going to be 190 billion. When you talk about the machine translation, it's over, the machine translation is going at the rate of 40% from, let me say, from past 10 years. So the numbers are very strong when you talk about these technologies. But however, being said that, we heard the secretary mentioning that we want India to take up a lead whether we talk about the LLMs or the foundation model which is required, so that it's kind of a making of an industrial revolution which happened earlier to the natural language revolution where India should be a leader. So with this thought in mind, we present to your panel, we have Mr. Dasgupta, Director General, National Informatics Center, Mr. K.C. Kumar Asthana, CTO, Public Sector, Microsoft India, Mr. Sachin Priani, Business Development Leader, BTech AWS, Mr. Sanjay Nathan, CEO, Asset Technology Private Limited, and the session is being moderated by Mr. Vijay Kumar, Partner, KPMG. We would also have the CEO, Bhashini. As we know in the inaugural, he was there in Varanasi yesterday, and because of that, the national achievement, Mr. Bhashini has received for the real-time translation of Honorable Prime Minister's speech in Tamil yesterday. So he will be directly joining us from the airport in a little while. I'll hand over to Vijay to take over the proceedings of the session. Over to you, Vijay, to have a discussion, and we are looking forward to something, and you know the topic being given by the Secretary General. Over to you.
Good morning, everyone. Thank you for the meeting this afternoon. And thank you for having me here and in presence of this August panel. So we have got people who have been a part of the larger research and building those capabilities within the country. But we also have people with us who have been very instrumental in leveraging what has been created for taking it through the use cases which is basically being used by various personas across the ecosystem. We also got representation from two largest hyperscalers in the country, in the world rather, and who have themselves been instrumental in coming up various models and language technology, which are going to get adopted across the globe, but more importantly for India. So with that, while we have got a very deep introduction Sarita gave, but I will let the panelists introduce themselves and just talk something about what they have been doing and what other areas they're organizing and focusing on. So I'll start from the left.
Thank you. We are based in Chennai, but I am working with Government of Tamil Nadu for Language Technology Initiatives, member of Asian National Core of Transportation Technology for 2 years, also member of TILCA, one of the partners of this event. In the language technology and the translation industry for many years. Now we are mainly working on how to make the latest developments in AI working for India.
I am Keshri. I am CTO for government business in Microsoft India, and I've been working very closely with government of India in different projects. Each term is one of the projects lots of people will be doing, and this which was earlier, and SWAYAM, etc. Also, I have been working with, I have been writing a book, recently got a book published on cloud architecture and how we can make cloud a better place to be. So that's a great introduction.
Thank you, Dave. Ma'am.
I'm Shramika Dasgupta. I'm heading the Center of Excellence in AI in country, and I have a 30-year experience in Government of India in various applications and divisions. So first thing what we have started doing is providing AI as a service to e-government projects, initial mode projects, like verification services, then translation services, tech services, and then virtual assistants by NLP means we are having a framework by which all the government departments and all are getting the chatbots and voicebots in different languages. That is for the family.
So we will really keen to understand more on what you're doing. That's it.
Hi, I'm Sachin. I lead the research business development for AWS. Research in AWS because it's servicing feature on a high-end side and analytics, quantum computing, HPC. With GenAI right now in central place, so it takes most of our time. And what I want to do is right now because I've been interacting with huge number of customers in different ways, how they have been using these AI and other tech. And now we do talk about languages and all, but people, as they before the GenAI were trying to create new interfaces, how solutions can be language driven, how can they be chat driven. So we have worked on those solutions as a 3-4 years back when GenAI was not mainstream. So can bring that to the game.
Thanks, Sachin. I'm James Kumar. I lead the research government practice of KPMG in India as a CEO. So, very importantly, why there is so much focus right now has been going on language technology. If you look at it from the provision side or supply side perspective, we're talking about connecting 250,000 gram panchayats across the country. We have gone ahead and created some really scaled, applications, the UPI, the Ayushman, and then all of it is right now ready to deliver the services to people. Now the question comes to the consumption side. Are the people ready to consume it? And so that perspective, given that we have got 22 official languages, 600 odd dialects, the consumption of many of these services that are ready available or made available by the government is something which could become a challenge. And this digital divide, what we need right now is a more multilingual internet. Now, as of now, January 2023, we've seen that around 60% of the websites are still only in English, while German, Spanish, and other similar languages are growing. But still, there's a very clear need where our own languages start getting up on that internet. And hence there is a problem of that multilingual internet in India. So ma'am has been working, for quite some time, 3 decades now, and with 2 MTechs, she also understands, there's a requirement of change and understanding and accepting that there's a change happening within the technology ecosystem. And NIC has been taking a pivotal role because when we started talking of AI, we have already gone ahead and implemented AI community services. But I'll let ma'am speak about it. How is NIC going and enabling the government while we have seen AI being used in the private sector, but in the government, what's the role of NIC currently? And how are we coming up with some of the solutions?
Yeah, actually, in government, since we are talking about multiple languages, first thing is half the Indian population doesn't know how to read or write. Right? For them, we have, in 2014 onwards, we have enabled them on voice over telephone. So people can talk in English or Hindi, and then that automatic speech recognition converted into text. Like we have Mann Ki Baat, citizens are talking to government, and we get that data and give it to PMO then decides what the claim will be. Then we have got PMO Mann Ki Baat. So every year they are getting 3 times installment in a year. But farmers need to go to the bank and get the amount data. It's coming out of the bank. So there might be unnecessary matrix to the bank if that person has to go and wait there, he needs to count the queue and then come back. If I can give that status on the phone, just call up your number and tell मेरा आधार नंबर ये है या मेरा नंबर ये है, तो system goes and gets the data. बैंक में API fetch करके वो data से वो हम automatically उसको बता देते हैं कि आपकी installment आपके खाते में गई नहीं गई है तो ये जो simple सुविधा है, इससे हमें around 5 to 7 lakh all the month we get from the Kisan only. So हमने PM कुसुम सोलर पंप एंड ऑल इसमें लगाया है, तो ये वहाँ पे भी लोग गवर्नमेंट इसमें कैसे स्कीम में पार्टिसिपेशन कर सकते हैं. खाली वॉइस नहीं, चैट, जैसे कि हम लोग ने कंज्यूमर प्रॉब्लम को दिया है, but people can ask questions. So उसमें इसीलिए मतलब कन्याश्री another application in which people can ask the government से हमारा कौन सा scholarship में हर child को पाना होगा. And then उसके बाद they can after they are applied they can घर पे बैठे they can find out whether person has got the scholarship scheme or not. He doesn't have to run in the ministry or the department. और आप सोचिए हेल्थ then what happens is that person who is sitting at the back end will also get fired. So automation is a way by which we are facilitated government citizen communication. वो bridge जरूरी है. तो ये हम लोग जैसे मातृभूमि पोर्टल है. सब जाते हैं वो जीएसआई में क्या कहते हैं रूम लेने के उनका वो बनाया है पते का इंफॉर्मेशन
स्वामित्व
तो वहाँ पे जो लेवल का जो बंदा जा रहा है he might not be conversant in that language in English है ना उसको तो अपने लैंग्वेज में तो बाकी लैंग्वेज में भी डीलिंग है मुझे ये आपका पता नंबर ये फार्मर है व्हाटएवर जो भी डिटेल्स है उसका रेवेन्यू का डिटेल्स ऑफ दैट दैट वी आर गिविंग देम दैट किसान सुविधा किसान में चैटबॉट हर लैंग्वेज में ट्रांसलेशन और ऑप्शन अवेलेबल है सारे लैंग्वेज एंड ट्रांसक्रिप्शन जो वॉइस टू टेक्स्ट है वो हम लोग ने अभी 7 लैंग्वेजेस में फैसिलिटेट किया है वी आर गोइंग टू फैसिलिटेट इन 10 लैंग्वेजेस तो उससे जैसे कि तमिल कन्नड़ मराठी बंगाली और भी वी आर फैसिलिटेटेड सो हम लोग ये सब इसे क्या बात है लाइक यू डोंट हैव इन द डिस्ट्रिक्ट कोर्स में चले डिस्ट्रिक्ट में 18,000-20,000 कोर्स है ना दे आर ऑपरेटिंग लोअर लेवल डिस्ट्रिक्ट कोर्स आर ऑपरेटिंग इन देयर ओन लैंग्वेज तो अब उसमें क्या है कि वो फिर दे हैव टू ट्रांसलेट इट टू इंग्लिश वाला है वहाँ पे अगर किसी को डॉक्टर किसी डॉक्टर को बोलने के लिए यू कैन डिटेक्ट चैनल नहीं मिल रहा है वास्तव में चैनल एग्जाम नहीं होते हैं चैनल एडमिटिंग है तो दे कैन जस्ट डिटेक्ट ट्रांसलेशन करें अपने लैंग्वेज से किसी और लैंग्वेज में भी कर सकते हैं एंड वेन कंप्लीट मतलब उसमें एडिट भी कर सकता है कि जब वॉइस आपकी वो सिस्टम एक्सपेक्ट एआई को 100%, लेकिन अगर 90% भी है तो 10% आप एडिट कर सकते हैं ना तो इट इज अ फैसिलिटी एवरी गवर्नमेंट सर्विस को हम लोग वी आर ट्राइंग टू फैसिलिटेट मोर एंड मोर पीपल अब ये तो आपने लैंग्वेज का सुना देन वी हैव दिस we have got specification I just tell you the full scope of our work. AI verification services we have given to RTO. अपने RTO में ई-लर्नर लाइसेंस का एग्जाम आपके घर में बैठ के दे सकते हैं ना ई-लर्नर प्रोग्राम है वो हमारे यहाँ पे दूसरी फेज में आपकी जो फेज है जो एग्जाम देने बैठा है उसकी फेज हम UIDAI के जो आधार कार्ड फोटो एप्लीकेशन से डाला है उसके साथ मैच कराने की is there any fraud somebody else is not sitting correct right और वो इधर उधर नहीं लेता है कि डॉक्टर क्यों लगाया हुआ then you can basically जैसे कि आप ऑटोमेटिक ड्राइविंग लाइसेंस लो आंसर प्रोग्राम प्रोग्राम है मैच करा के घर में बैठ के आप then we have life certificate of pension मेघालय में you are expected to be able to get down go up अपने बात करना है जैसे यूज करते हैं सिलेक्शन हो जाती है घर बैठे आपका लाइफ सर्टिफिकेट प्रमाण पत्र देगा तो ऐसे उन्होंने नॉट ओनली वी हैव सर्विस विच आर पब्लिक फेसिंग ऑर्गेनाइजेशन वी आर आल्सो फैसिलिटेटिंग द गवर्नमेंट सेक्टर गवर्नमेंट में भी बहुत सारे काम हो रहे हैं हमारा अपना एआई सर्विसेज है विच इज मेगा स्लोगन सर्विसेज तो some specific organizations are there जैसे इंटरऑर्गेनाइजेशन क्रिमिनल tracking of everything. You can't go to the US cloud or the Microsoft cloud or the AWS cloud there, but they need that. Services are needed. So we are doing that. Okay, so like that we have been getting government sector in that. Any questions you can ask?
This is something I was speaking with you just before that. A lot of it, while that's happened, people may not be aware of it, and the awareness is only going to grow, and once we see this getting mainstream, So I'll just quickly come to, K3. Now, ma'am did speak about, certain use cases which have been there in the government where, because government essentially has to serve, people across, But sometimes it comes to the businesses. So what are certain, use cases that you see of the large language models or, all this entire language technology, which will help provide maybe a better customer care or a better customer interface, which, which we are using.
Thank you. So, see, from a business organization perspective, businesses today are daily looking to spread out their wings, get more acquisition, get access, reach more customers. And one of the biggest barriers that they face today is the language. The linguistic boundaries, the linguistic limitations that the technology provides today, or has today, is stopping the businesses from really reaching out to a wider audience. So, for example, one of the translations that I saw in one of the popular websites from an English to Hindi, normal Hindi, it was completely different. We were trying to translate a science book to a Hindi book from English to Hindi, and it was a great challenge, a big challenge. Simple words we couldn't scientific terms we couldn't. So the businesses are actually using technologies like NLP, GenAI, machine translation, speech recognition, etc. to really start doing four fundamental areas where they are actually using this. One of the biggest areas that they are talking about or they are using is interactions with humans. There's more of computer-mediated communication, where they are using chatbots, virtual assistants, speech recognition, voice search, voice-enabled search, voice recognition itself, and language generation. Now the GenAI has come in, OpenAI has come in, enabling language generation. So they are using it for lots of customer support and as Ma'am was saying, interacting with the citizens. So for them, actually citizens are the customers. And they are using this to a great extent, actually changing the realm of the customer support. You are now able to chat on WhatsApp to get a ticket done for your refrigerator is not working, or you can get an anonymous, if you are transacting or if you are talking with English with a bot, it actually is responding back in English. So that kind of customer support is what we are seeing businesses are using. Second area is where they have also started using is outreach, where they have started using technology to reach more and wider audience, wider customer base. So for example, they are now using very multilingual marketing content and also multilingual media, social media and content to reach out to citizens and their potential customers. And the language plus enabled with their personal choices, the personal capabilities or the personal information that is available anonymized, the businesses are now able to give more contextual support, contextual information, contextual propositions to the customers. So they are actually using language barriers or language enabling technologies or linguistic technologies to increase their outreach to the customer base. Then the third one is I was just chatting with being co-pilot, and I asked what is the current sentiment about the security co-pilot that Microsoft has recently launched. And I got all kinds of sentiments coming, both positive and negative feedback coming in. So they're actually using based on the voice responses or the voice that they have collected of the customer recording, they're actually now doing sentiment analysis. So I don't see a day far when based on the tone of the customer call, the voice bot will actually use a different algo. So if the customer is Gusta in Gusta, probably the voice bot will be using a different algo to talk with the guy. And so that day is not very far. So that is one of the areas. And of course, to get all of this in place, business themselves need to be trained. Business themselves need so the customers in East India or the business support guys in East India need to be aware of what's there in West India or North India or South India. So they are also using these language technologies to start doing training of the people. So Microsoft Copilot is one of the examples where we have started using multiple language sets. We have seen customers generating their content in different languages in the Microsoft Copilot. So that's the kind of business use cases that we have been seeing.
I think this is an important one, where we're saying that we find certain technologies which, can be adopted to various business scenarios.
Yes.
And then, they use it. And understand ability to see, analyze, process, even generate, implement languages. Now that's something that's core to this technology. But somewhere for this to be enabled, for a type of user or user persona to use, it will require, fine tuning. Either it will require creating an additional layer or the foundational layer, and that's where I'm very specific, because he has been working in this area of content generation for specific personas, and which may require to do something beyond what a foundation model will provide. So this is how are you going about
Foundation model, when we speak about foundation model, we normally consider OpenAI foundation model, or Claude, or Gemini, or Microsoft models, any model. But those models are basically kind of infrastructure. You have to build actual use cases in applications or in workflows or in so many other formats. We have to see this from both economics as well as development. We are already into the beginning phase of fourth industrial revolution. Across the world, even in India. The AI development is so fast. Yesterday I was just searching and everybody is predicting. Now the time is come for predicting 2024, right? So everybody is predicting about maybe in another 6 or 7 months we'll be having artificial generative intelligence will be. So we are doing very fast. But that's on the research level. But practically in the society, in the economics, where the business is actually operating, how do you bring the benefits of AI to the people, to the company, to each and every one of us? That's a major question. The basic ideas like text generation, machine translation, AI voice, text to speech, speech to text, text to image, text to video, these are all the ingredients of this music. But we already passed that level. Now because multilingual and multimodal content generation is not. Even just 2 years back, we were discussing one of the program organized by Sidra. I was talking about how many walls have been demolished. Walls between languages, walls between writing and translation, walls between text and image, or text and voice. Everything is now gone. So we are already into multilingual and multimodal content generation or text generation or simply generation. But more this word generative AI has come into place. We all know it as NLP for more than 20-30 years. It's all development of NLP. So now, just think about a journalist or a teacher in school, or a government officer working in our office, or a small businessman in some rural town, or you can just think about some hundreds of such use cases, hundreds of such people. How do they get the benefit of AI? The magic of ChatGPT, the magic of machine translation, the magic that I'm speaking English, immediately, instantly translated this English or other languages or technology. But how we transfer into business, this is where we need to work on. On the one hand, we have to follow the fast-paced development in AI. On the other hand, we have to identify the most important use case for our economy and for our business, for our company, even for us. Because now we have come to the level of creating a kind of specialized individual-based AI agent. If I am a CFO, I can create my own AI agent so that will help me. So from country to individual, we have so many use cases. So in the next wave, I think startups and companies need to bring the benefit of this AI to the people. And in this case, the most important factor in the again related to economy. See, in the first wave of change, in the globalization, when it comes to India in 90s, the beneficiaries of cities like Bangalore, Hyderabad, Mumbai, Pune, Chennai and all. And we become the destination of outsourcing activities of American or other countries where English has very important factor in it. It is a part of the productive process. Without English, it's not possible to have good one or rural basis for the global consumption, global business. But now in the next wave, I think if India needs to grow faster and we have to match up in the global scale, I think more than 300, 400, tier 2 and tier 3 towns needs to be more productive. Where what is called the fourth industrial revolution, activities related to the fourth industrial revolution is now already started. I have seen in some cities in Tamil Nadu the huge momentum I have seen for electrical vehicles. In some other places it could be something. But if you bring all those people into the production, into the economy, you cannot build an economy based on English alone. It's impossible. It's impossible. We are not giving some kind of service to some American-based company. We are creating our own products and we are creating our own services and selling across the world. So the kind of people required are different, but please understand the physical level alone is not sufficient because we are already in the AI era. So we need knowledge should be part of the production, part of the economic activity. How is it possible? Would you give 20 years of English education to a particular person to be conversant or to be fluent in the language, or will you translate everything into their language so that they can easily adopt and do the work, which is economically good, viable and acceptable? Some 4 years back, I was in Beijing. I attended Beijing International Book Fair. In International Book Fair, I have seen one particular shop, that is a stall. They publish only textile-oriented books in Chinese. All the books in the particular publishing house related to textile design, textile production, and everything. Magazines, books, and all. I was just imagining somebody in Guangzhou or Shenzhen. They read everything about this latest developments in textile industry in Chinese language, in their mother tongue. I was thinking about my brothers in Tirupur, or in Punjab, or in Gujarat. Do they have this kind of access about the textile industry? Do they know what's happening across the world? Do they equip themselves with the latest knowledge in textile industry in the mother tongue? They are not engaged. They are 10th or plus 2 working in ordinary factories in the smaller towns of India. How do you take the knowledge to them? If you are going to educate them 128 in English, or are you going to bring everything into their language so that they will understand, read, understand, get some knowledge, and then reproduce it as a product and services? So in the next economy that we are talking, the most important factor is bringing knowledge resources to Indian language. If you have the knowledge resources, you can build services on top of it. So information and communication is not happening in vacuum. It happens in particular knowledge state, knowledge environment, production environment. So whenever we are talking about language technologies, we are not just talking about the alphabets or the encoding or keyboard standards or translation technologies, translation management technologies or voiceover. No. We are talking about 3 layers of economy: production, then marketing, then customer support. Everything should be happening in that particular language or all the languages. So the latest technology is actually facilitating. 20 years ago is not so easy. Translating a 500-page manual from English to Hindi or English to Tamil is very difficult 20 years back. You don't even have translators for them. Now it is a matter of fact, it's just simply you can do it. within another 5 years the quality may even be much better compared to today. So just simply complaining about the quality of Google Translate or Microsoft Translator is not going to be a helpful thing. Definitely quality will improve. So now you have the opportunity of making other people become more productive in economics. So we are developing, in our company we are actually developing real use cases for India to Taiwan, our startups, our companies to Taiwan. So the basic idea is how to bring AI revolution to the last village in India. That's the idea.
Very inspiring because technology has to move out of data centers, and those machines that need to reach out to the people who are actual consumers. And that's where we are building such in. But what's happening is that while we are building a lot of things to the back end, the interface, there is a challenge because, while something like us can use our iPads and laptops, but for large population, it will be a very different way of interfacing with those technologies and models. Now, what is something which the industry is doing, where the interfaces can be made a little more user-friendly? So, if you can.
Thank you for sharing it. So, see, everyone will talk about the buildings of that are really being made available. But once you want to just engage with a large number of people, how they are thinking of these buildings. Let's take a couple of examples. We'll be a little thought-provoking. We say that we are making the language available. In a typical tech-enabled solution, that there are websites, there are software, people use mouse and all those things. But you see with this language thing coming up, the interface to interact with the tech is changing. We have been talking about Alexa, but now the way which GenAI is going or penetrating everywhere, the development of these scenarios are changing. Giving a few examples there. So I remember 3-4 years back, I worked very hard with a partner to build the Ask. I remember the commendable effort put by them when GenAI was not available, and then ticket booking on IRCTC was made available through chatbot. But then GenAI was not available. With the GenAI being available, now the key, I will take n number of different examples. One is like, okay, in a typical industrial setup, we do talk about data engineer, we have the dashboards, all those things. But whatever number of dashboards that you have, still when you look at the dashboard, you're question about, can I give some more information? What if I simply say that with that, and everything comes into play, I type, or maybe a voice enabled thing, and my new chart comes up. This looks like in 5-7 years it was a dream thing, but this is now possible. You see that we were developing that. Second, if you see typical, I can't name the customer because I'm not really pilot there, but scenario, if you see a very common scenario, just say a telecom operator, you're facing some kind of a challenge, and you give a call to the customer care, and a very common ask will be like, okay, let me extract this information out. And then I will put you on hold for 30 seconds, 40 seconds, a minute or something to get the information out. What if we say, okay, anyhow this call is going in, and now we are talking about this language thing in speech to text, and then the GenAI is searching all the things coming in place. What if that person knows that which registered number you're calling from, and suddenly you're conversing? Maybe you have from a telecom service provider an internet service, you also have a mobile service, you also have some other DTH kind of service that you say, but you are talking about your complaining about some mobile thing, and it knows that what you are speaking about in your own language, and in the English multiple languages. It knows the context. It also gets some information from the GPS that, okay, please you're calling from Delhi or from Gujarat or this particular city, and the context comes in front of the support IoT agent sitting at the back. So see the level of the service improvement that comes. So I'm just saying that this is how the interfaces are changing. The good part is that the business is now understanding. Earlier the challenge was that AI did exist, but technical people knew what the building blocks are, but business people could not really. With GenAI, big thanks to GenAI, business people are now able to relate, and they are now really able to put in effort to bring these kind of interfaces in place. So there are many more such examples. I give an example like there is an organization in Bangalore which helps students develop the writing skills. Now with the typical GenAI example, they said, okay, when a student is writing, can some suggestions be given so that a story is completed or a suggestion are given? This helps generate the creative skills. In an education channel, I'm giving large number of examples and it cannot cover all of them, but there are really innovative examples that we see. In an education setup, a university suddenly faced some challenge that many students in second year actually left. They were little worried that what has happened to the system. Started looking at dashboards, and then of course the data and all those things were very well set up for them. Very well designed database systems and all. But then they started writing on top of it, finding queries, okay, who are the students who left, what were their marks in physics or chemistry or math, how was their academic performance, how was their educational performance in school. So overall we got to know that what is the kind of pattern which kind of students are doing. So just imagining that kind of 16 session that go on, we got the problem, the underlying root cause of their problem, because we could write anything, we could get the answer. And this kind of solution, all these solutions we look carefully. I take go back to that ILCD example where a partner had to work really hard to bring a solution into it. Now you can see that these are the patterns. Like you know that there is LLM, there is some kind of fine tuning, there is knowledge base. Now there are building blocks already available, so that you can easily bring this kind of solution in your system. The conversational system, asking for it. So this is how industry actually is adapting. And most of the people like AWS and all large companies are doing these kind of building blocks. So that's like the thought process, how you can bring this AI not as a separate thing, but please improve on the processing system. What you could not do earlier is doable.
Thanks, Jay. I think this is helpful in fact what the two use cases that you have provided. And you mentioned about, the way the models have been developed, and then now using the data sets that further being fine-tuned. But that brings a, interesting question here, because that has been going on for quite some time, and hence that's what I figured that out. What about, the ownership of data? What about the data sovereignty? I have my data, you are learning from my data, that data moves out, creates problem for us. So I would want that my data should not get used one, it should get your model, and not my computer, but yeah, the idea is that if I'm a sovereign, I'm a practical mind, I would not want my data to move out. I don't want my data to be used to create a version which others will be using, and it sounds sensitive, but software is not sensitive. Also, practice the same in the government now. Government is right now sitting on a lot of sensitive data. They do not want that data to be sent out and the models get created on that data, then the algorithms come back and I query get all this. So before I come to this again, I come to you, ma'am, is how are we protecting that data, sensitive data of government?
Because there are two aspects to it. Actually, one thing is getting a sovereign AI cloud made in Government of India. So government wanted that it should be developed in India. So we are proceeding with a national GPU cloud. We are on data 3.0, we are having it as a service provider, right? So that the data which we are having can be processed seamlessly without having to move out of the border. Okay. Now, another thing is you are training on your system and then you are deploying on another system. Because after what happens is so much translation and so much translation is there, they are all so you require GPU for that. So these GPUs are not even there. So people are moving to AWS cloud and Google cloud and cloud because they are moving a ready platform for development. Actually, they're training on their cloud and giving the deployment platform on Azure and Google and all that. So when you are the problem is at the training. So when you are training them, you are not training R&D. And storage AI cloud का मतलब ये है कि you have to train on your data on your engines and develop the same amount of richness in that, right? आप healthcare का data ले लीजिए, आपने personalization लगा दिया, मैंने आजकल people work on that data जो digital data collection act में हमने कहा है, purpose limitation, मैं इसलिए काम से करूँगा, use limitation and concentrate one, means you take the consent from the public and उन्होंने हाँ कर दिया तो आप use कर सकते हो, that is okay, आप user profiling नहीं करोगे, anonymize करके user profiling नहीं करोगे, लेकिन जब when you are working on so much corpus of data, you are profiling community. आपको मालूम है तमिलियंस क्या है, सवेरे उठ के क्या खाते हैं, शाम में क्या खाते हैं, रात में क्या खाते हैं, वो कहाँ पे जाते हैं, किससे मिलते हैं, जो भी है। तो तमिल कर रहा है, मराठी कर रहा है, तो ऑल दिस जो हमारे जो ये छोड़ दीजिए, हमें जनरल तो लैंग्वेज तो फिर भी मान सकते हैं, पर योर बेसिकली जैसे जवाब देता है ना, दैट शुड नॉट गो। कोविड हुआ है, पैंडेमिक हुआ है, तो हम लोग ने सबने ही अपना हाथ फोड़वा के वो दिया है ना, सैंपल दिया है ना, तो ये डेटा ऐसे हमारे पास है, ऐसे मैं ऑल्सो है तो बोल हम लोग का बायोडेटा है पूरा कि आपका नंबर, नाम क्या है, आपका डेट ऑफ बर्थ क्या है, आप कहाँ पे है, आप से ज़्यादा डेटा अवेलेबल हम डालकर हमें इंडिया को अपने ही ट्रेंड्स को हार्नेस करना है, एंड वी हैव टू इम्प्रूव आवर स्टेट। It is not that we have to अपना जो है ना स्किल सेट, हमें AI स्किल सेट इम्प्रूव करना है, अपने सोसाइटी का क्लास 3 कोर्स इम्प्रूव करवा दो। Everybody should learn what is AI and we should learn languages also. Multicultural diversity बच्चों लोगों को बचपन से सिखाना है कि मैंने we are a universal acceptance बोलते हैं। And the thing is, we have to build our cybersecurity, we have to build our AI system, and we have to be our sovereign AI cloud should be there, which should be with our data for our people। हमारे पॉलिसीज को इम्प्लीमेंट करने के लिए गवर्नमेंट को क्या चाहिए, वो हमारे स्टूडेंट लॉ नॉट कि आपने वहाँ पर ट्रेन किया है, उधर ट्रेन किया है, तो इस तरह सालों में ट्रेन करके भी फायदा नहीं। फायदा इसी में है कि मैं यू आर इम्प्रूविंग लॉ। हमारे तो AI तो वॉरफेयर में आ गया है। मैंने कौन क्या ड्रोन कहाँ पे यूज कर रहा है, कौन इधर यूज कर रहा है, वो तो उधर से रिवर्स में बैठ के इरान में टारगेट करते हैं, है ना, उसको मार दिया ना सिपाही को, रिवर्स से आगे ऑन द रोड देन यू सैटेलाइट से आपका पता चल रहा है कहाँ पे। मैं तो डिजिटल फुटप्रिंट लगता ही हूँ मैं, बट स्टिल इंसान स्पीकिंग आउटसाइड वो हमारा पसंद हो जाता है। मैं डॉटर ग्लोबल एक्सपो पर आई मैं बस स्पीकिंग वाला पार्टनर सेशन में वहाँ पे वो किसने इंस्टाग्राम में डाला, किसी और ने इंडिया में जो रिलेटेड है, तो लिखा दैट गर्ल शी सेंड ओवर व्हाट्सएप टू माय डॉटर सेइंग दैट योर मम्मा आर वी आर सो प्राउड ऑफ यू। ये कैसा पॉसिबल है, बिकॉज सोशल मीडिया इज सो पावरफुल, सोशल मीडिया इज सो पावरफुल, वी हैव टू बी एनरिचिंग आवर पीपल, आवर व्हाट एनर्जी वी शुड डू।
I think there's always be a balance that needs to be maintained on how do we keep within ourselves. Yeah, and unfortunately because we are learning from each other also. So certain things we may have to still share and then see that can we leverage from somebody else's knowledge. So I'll come to you on that. Quickly and start and both Sachin and Casey can respond to this. But importantly, what I mentioned. How do we ensure that this concern, of an organization, be it government or private sector, is taken care of? That my data still remains within my control. I can see and using your tools. Whether I can using Microsoft Windows does not mean my data was out. How do we make that happen? Where still I'm able to leverage, the foundational models, but I do not share the data or compromise of that.
So that's an element. Measuring the first thing, because the data considerably. So before getting to GenAI, I think if you or anyone have been building their typical old solutions, whether applications or ERP systems or operating systems already on cloud. I think the answer is available. In cloud, you have all your systems on your business. So AWS has been using what we typically okay, if you have your all services, which are using other things, for example, so all data and everything saved there. Now taking it back to GenAI, now it depends on different organizations' business model. They say that okay, are they offering everything like a SaaS and all? But AWS is continuing with its own original design that when you have chosen BOM, so all GenAI services, all ML models, everything comes from that region only. The very first thing is that the data does not go out of the container. Coming next level, it should not go from my account or my control. Coming back to the same old cloud principles of security that you suddenly create your own secure network. In our jargon, we call it PVC. Model again remains in that application. So point is that whatever you have been following for the critical application is 100% applicable to the user. Coming to the third point, which manufacturer is word name there is. See, there are a large number of models. If I say that, okay, I have one model today, maybe 6 months down the line, the model, our model will upgrade, maybe somebody else brings up some other model which suits your needs better. So, here in AWS, we say, okay, we have got our own model, but we have got many more models in third party, many more models from the open source. Or maybe we don't stop at bringing your own models and training them. Idea is that GenAI must be made available to your users and these use cases should be solved within that security challenge, within that compliance challenge. The GPU challenge is so you know that you are getting the resources already. Why not to bring your own model? Why not to bring some open source model if you trust that? It's okay. And then train that and fine tune that or maybe directly deploy it later. So all that can be done. So you see a typical hyperscaler, I'm taking example of hyperscaler doing all this. So that security concern is already being addressed from zero. So that's I would say point zero of any application in service, particularly in GenAI. So our term is like we are not saying that take the data to the model. The other model is available to you. You want to find it there and then.
And keep the model. The
So if you're giving your own model, find to take them out. That's possible.
Okay. And Katie, while I understand you may have a view on that, but given that you're short in time, I just want to touch upon one area which has been in discussion for quite some time is our concerns. Because we are gonna, and that's what we expect, we are going to trust these models. Whatever they are generating out of it, we inherently trust that. Now, while there are examples where they are told that where do they actually cannot be used, where you have to go and tell that has been used. But how do I ensure that the typical challenges of the AI, the bias, hallucinations and all, is taken care of? Is there something which is going on which, in the industry which helps?
Yeah, so AI has to come, AI cannot come alone, or it cannot be adopted alone by any organization without responsibility. Okay? So a responsible AI is something that has to be there, always present. So, and that responsibility, because AI is a power, so power always has to be with responsibility. So, if you are, I think both, I agree totally with Sachin that all of these hyperscalers that we are talking about, they already have that framework in place. We have those, we know what is the concern. Like in India, you have to divide your data into two broad categories. What is public? India couldn't alone fight COVID, right? If we would have just thought about, अपना data अपने पास ही रखने से, or we couldn't have, but there will be organizations who would have, who will need their data as a private. So the compliance part has to be, and the responsibility that comes along with AI has to be paramount, and there has to be framework built in each organization. Like Microsoft has taken a very clear stand in the state of California that we will be staying away from facial recognition in public domain. We will not be doing any facial recognition, and it's a public use case where we have had a case going against, and we just put down that we will not be doing facial recognition. So we are taking our steps. We are ensuring that if there is a power that we are putting into the public domain, we are also ensuring, we are also training, we are also evangelizing that it has to come along with a responsibility, with the proper case, and yes, regulations are required, but let the technology boom, regulations will come. That's absolutely.
One other question, we have seen regulations coming in US, Europe. Do you see any regulation on Android in India?
Experiment, see, I am also part of that European standard go for that standard. All the countries are basically everybody is in the framework making position. So all countries are contributing to that. But as such, in India, we are basically government is Basically, trying to we get more models developed before that. Way more content. Because once it comes in, well, it will come in. Digital Data Protection Act, जैसे ही next year act का रूप बन जाएगा, तो उसके बाद तो फिर डेटा के लिए बहुत ही ज़्यादा स्ट्रिक्टनेस आएगा. People will have to now this क्या है, आप सारे रिकमेंडेशन इंग्लिश क्या है, गूगल के रेंजिंग में जाएगी, कहीं कहीं जाएगी. आप एक वर्ड लिखेंगे, आपको 10 कंपनीज आपको बताएंगी कि आपको ये काम मॉडल है, ये काम मॉडल ज्वेलरी करने लेके 10 आने के ज्वेलरी ले लीजिए, ज्वेलरी ले लीजिए, आपको बोलेगा क्या है, सारे सारे हमारा वो सब. So this is basically they are sharing data. They are sharing your data. आपने कोई सर्च मारा है गूगल में सर्च में ऑटोमेटिकली वो कुकीज जो भी करते हैं they have properly taken because वो उससे पैसा मिलता है. तो वो तो एक तरह से अच्छा है कि मतलब you will get to know a lot. But another way that your data is now concentrated control जो होता है ना, it is public player हो या private player हो, वो बड़ी कंपनीज के पास. दूसरा लेवल में देखिए जो सिटीजन है ना, they cannot be the one who है. हमने कंसल्ट ले लिया, उन्होंने काम कर दिया, उनको क्या समझ आ रहा है कि आपका AI मॉडल क्या बना रहा है इससे, आप कहाँ से क्या इस और पढ़कर वो ISD करने का आगे बढ़ जाते हैं. वो बहुत जरूरी है कि आवाज फ्रेमवर्क शुड बी ordered so that what we are doing and how we are cutting the net and all that. उसमें थोड़ा रेगुलेशन तो होना चाहिए, क्योंकि आप देखिए जो सोशल मीडिया पे आजकल जो जॉब्स है, I don't like to say more, but there is a people are speaking and then they are generating affiliates, जैसे ये सब सारे आ गए काफी है ना. ये सब तो हम लोग का सोशल मीडिया ही they should be responsible, but हम लोग कहाँ तक तुम लोग उसको ध्यान रखो. ये नॉट कुछ छूट जाते हैं, जितना भी AI इंजन ऑटोमेटेड हो जाए फिर भी कुछ लोग की वो छूट जाते हैं.
One of the questions Chris mentioned, and again, the Bharati is that they have always been seeing AI as a tool for this. Somebody, large companies, got large infra, those are the people who will end up using it commercially. I can see that this is probably fine, but if I have to use it commercially, I need to be somebody who is for their loss. Is it something which government is doing where, say, I'm a startup, I want to use something?
Yes. Government is now looking at public digital infrastructure so that people can startups and why? Because public digital platform has to be made available to public. Digital companies are still costly. So government is facilitating companies to create more data centers and facilitate the startups and all. Everybody, वो ecosystem facilitate कर रहा है. जैसे ecosystem facilitate होने से वो propagation कर रहा है.
So thank you very much. This is such an interesting topic. We can move on and on from this. But given I'm sorry, keeping the time. So thanks so very much to all our panelists. Such an interesting session. I'm sure it will remain such and thanks for it. If you have questions,
So another question, I'm going back to the security aspect of this is a fantastic session. So we have given a lot of knowledge, but I would like to share. Recently, I attended a conference organized by Ascension that was on the security and implementation of AI in security in various fields. So there were experts from India as well as abroad. One incident and person from USA shared, and that is a glaring thing I wanted to bring to all of your notice. One prime minister of Australia, all the medical data records, they are also in computer form and in personal IoT. Somebody entered into the data record of the medicine prescribed by a doctor using AI amended the prescription, added a fatal drug, and there was a crime committed. And nobody could catch anyone. So these are the kind of things we should be taking care of. But I wonder, like Ma'am Sharmishla Das Gupta, she has mentioned that once we make an option, we say that this is your data. But I know the user, the end user, or utilization of the data would be an ethics body or ethics organization or private sector or government sector. So they have some responsibility. Otherwise, I really wonder what is going to happen by utilization of such and giving such facilities of AI in their
Thank you so much, sir. I think this is an important input, and particularly, as ma'am also mentioned, this is a requirement and completely personal view, a layer over the content given by the citizen. Because as you know, most of us give a content without understanding what it means. Now, so there is a requirement where say that even if there is content, only for these reasons can be used irrespective of whatever consumer or the end consumer says. Thank you so much. Thank you.